All right, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good. Bill Sebring.
All right, Bill Sebring, Conan Moats. And we're talking about Sunset Beach Incorporation, and wanted to get your thoughts.
I've been born and raised in Southern California. Lived here in Sunset for the last 35 years because of the community and the feeling of the neighborhood that you don't get in any other spots here in Southern California. It's been a unique little community that very active and socially receptive. We have a lot of folks that come from all over the world to visit here and take their vacations in Sunset Beach and come back year to year. It's, like I say, world renowned in its flavor and how much we welcome folks from all over.
All right. And about to become a city, we hope.
Well, we've been working pretty diligent at it. We've been applying through and following the LAFCO guidelines insofar as getting petitions signed from the registered voters and initial feasibility study that just recently came out proving our viability. There's a number of smaller cities in California that have less potential revenue than what Sunset Beach has, and we've had a lot of grassroots efforts put together to come to the point that we are today. Unfortunately, the point we've come to today is Huntington Beach is pressing us on the annexation issue. They did graciously give us a 6-month time period in which to get our studies made. But now that we've had that study prove fiscally viable, they're all of a sudden in a seemingly rush to judgment and pushing the vote for annexation. The question a lot of us have here is, what's the need for the rush? Why would we at this point need to hurry through and not be allowed to complete our application process? Some of the talk is that they're trying to save us the effort and monies to go through the final application process and the LAFCO process. But we believe that we should be allowed that chance, that opportunity. There shouldn't seem to be any need for a rush to judgment there. Part of the concerns of the people here in Sunset are what might happen to our community and the feeling of community spirit that we have should Huntington Beach come and take over the town. They have a number of ongoing projects there in Huntington, including the Beach-Edinger corridor, to where they are planning on rezoning and restructuring that whole section of Beach Boulevard from Adams to Edinger and then Edinger across to Golden West, and add high-density office buildings, just changing the look and the feel. If one looks at what they've done to downtown area Huntington, you can just imagine what the local concerns are with future development. We understand Huntington has been in a little bit of a financial crunch, but we don't want to necessarily be a revenue stream for them just to add some income to their general funds. We'd rather retain our own autonomy and have a say in what goes on in our local community here. We've been a town for over 105 years now, actually a little bit longer than Huntington, and we've been good neighbors. We want to remain good neighbors. Very likely we would be contracting some of our services through Huntington Beach, adding to their revenue stream that way, without the liabilities and some of the potential cost and just human kind of development, if you will.
So do you think that there would be a transformation of Sunset Beach? Because I heard that Huntington said that if the Sunset was to become annexed, that it wouldn't change the identity of Sunset Beach at all. I think there's a lot of skepticism about that.
And I think rightfully so. When you look at the development that's gone on in Huntington, and it works good for them, they're happy with, and that's fine, but you look at the multi-story density, business, and residential even views. If you take a drive up Coast Highway or onto Main Street or up and down Beach Boulevard, and Sunset just has this community kind of small town feel that I think would definitely be lost. And we would just like to retain our own voting rights, our own. I apologize for my interview technique here.
No, you're doing great. Autonomy, maybe a word? Voting rights, autonomy,
yeah, definitely.
Representation.
Autonomy and representation to local affairs.
Right.
And community business concerns. And what happens to the beach. I do not believe that a specific plan for Sunset would be able to include never building out on the beach, the boardwalks and some of that. I don't think Huntington would allow for that as a permanent
do you think
specific plan for the area. I think that they would have the potential and need and use the potential revenue of increased zoning and development. And I think that's one of the biggest concerns of the folks here in town.
You speak of revenue stream for Huntington Beach. From questions that I've asked others, it seems like property tax revenue seems something that they're very much interested in, which would be a revenue stream, but at the same time, what do you think about potential costs for Huntington Beach that they may not have factored in if they do annex us? Do you think that they would incur any costs by having us as part of their city?
Well, there's always the added cost and expected as well as unexpected additions when it comes to the revenue streams that come from that. A big portion of that is from development potential. I think that is an avenue that Huntington would have to pursue to make the potential income and to cover the costs of running the town. I think that the potential for potential high-rise and again high density living and commercial aspects would change the whole attitude and comfort levels of Sunset Beach. We would just like to, if nothing more, have the chance to follow through with our application process and see if indeed we could become the newest, smallest city in Orange County. We very much would like your support in helping Huntington Beach allow us that time to pursue our interests and our expectation and hopeful autonomy of being the city of Sunset Beach.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Sounds great, Bill. Thanks so much.
Okay.